when Celebrity Apprentice came calling and there was a chance to earn some income and actually, if you're successful, raise some money for health care for children, which was, I feel, the best thing I did as governor, I jumped at it, and I have no regrets for that. And President Trump was right when he fired me.
One of your only hopes of coming home now early rests with President Trump, and this is somebody that you know. You were on his show, you know him well. Would you tell us what your thoughts are on that, and what are your hopes?
Well, look, I want to be vindicated on the law. I hope to come home on the law. And we have, I think a very powerful argument to make before the Supreme Court. This is unprecedented what they did to me. The standard that used against me has never been used in any campaign contribution case other than mine. No elected official could survive this. If they don't change this standard, they could all get indicted like me and go to prison like me, every one of them. And what I'm here for is being done every single day. It's not a great system, and they should change the law. But as it is right now, that's what the law is. So I'm hoping the Supreme Court recognizes the importance of this issue to clarify where the line is, and that they'll take my case. About President Trump, I'll say this. He's been nothing but personally kind to me, and I'll never forget the last episode of Celebrity Apprentice when my family and I went to New York. I'd long been fired, but it was the final round, and it's a show that I never watched, the irony, and here I am on this show. And this rock star, Bret Michaels, is in the finals, and this TV star, Holly Robinson Pete, it's between the two of them who's going to win. And they have us at, I think it was New York University, and we're on the stage, those of us who had been already fired, and we're participating in the show as Donald Trump and his board have to decide which of the two is going to be the winner. It's in front of a live audience filled in the auditorium, but again, like I say, I think it was New York University. And of course, the questions of my criminal charges came up, and I asserted my innocence, and a lot of people laughed in the audience. And we were on the elevator when that was over, and Donald Trump was on the elevator with us. Patty, Amy, and Annie. Amy was, I think, 15. Annie would have been 2010. Annie was 7. And just as we were leaving the elevator, he turned to my daughters, both of them, and he said something very encouraging about their father to them. I mean, he knew these two little girls were going through a very difficult time based on the things that were being said about their father. And he took a moment to say kind things to them, to encourage them about their father. I don't want to get into what he said, but they were nice. And he didn't have to do it. There were no cameras there. At that time, no one even thought he would run for any office. Why would he? He's so successful and happy in life. But I'll never forget that kindness, and I'll always appreciate it, and I'll always have high regard for him on a personal level. And he's our president, and I hope he succeeds.